Hi, I'm Eugene. I'm one of the staff members here at Canyon Park. Today we're going to start a new series of videos where we take you on some of the unique features of Canyon Park, primarily the hiking trails. We have many hiking trails in Canyon Park, such as the Bent Over Turf Trail, the Overlook Trail, and the Bill Cole Trail. Today we're going to go on one of our more popular trails, which is the Waterfall Trail. As you can see, we're starting our Waterfall Trail a little bit shorter, since we're going to feature some of the other areas of entry points in our other series of videos. Today we're in our top parking lot, next to our nature center. From here, our trail starts at our top parking lot and goes up to the waterfall, which is only about 3/4 of a mile, but plenty of hiking to do if you make a round trip, which is 1.5 miles. So come with me and we'll talk about some of the unique features as we go along our hiking trip. Come on, let's get started. Just starting on our trails, you can already see just 1 mile away from the city that this place is a very, very densely populated forest. This forest is home to a lot of oak trees, a lot of white alders, and a lot of sycamores and bay trees. But just coming in 1 mile away, you can see that you're in a different world when you come up to Canyon Park. A lot of this trail is formed by a canyon, which is caused by natural erosion. And if you can hear really closely, there's water just below us that creates this canyon, that makes this unique feature here in Canyon Park. As we start heading into the lower parts of the canyon, I wouldn't want to miss the opportunity to talk about some of our chaparral plants that lie just right before we get into our watered area, which is riparian. Now, chaparral is a lot drier of an area, but it's really unique to have this small little patch of chaparral plants, such as this buckwheat right here, and some of our white sage, which grows in our southern-facing hillsides. Pretty unique to have it so close to our oak woodland and our riparian areas. Let's keep going, guys. So we try to keep Canyon Park as natural as possible. We don't put a lot of facilities and a lot of amenities along our trails, but you may wonder what some of these rock walls are that are along our trail canyons. We have about 7 of them here in Canyon Park. If you want to learn more about our check dams, which is what we call these, tune in with the Naturalist series of videos on our YouTube and learn a little bit more about the unique wonders of this unique structure that we have here. All right, let's keep going, guys. Alright, so coming from our first water crossing, you can see that our water is above ground. It's fed from a natural spring. And as you go along Canyon Park's waterfall trail, you will notice that the water does go underground at some points. But for the most part, we do have a lot of above ground water, which helps support a lot of our wildlife. We have a huge wildlife populations where we see a lot of deer, a lot of different kind of songbirds, a lot of little mammals like foxes, and one of the more popular things that we do see here is bears, and we do have a lot of black bears in our canyon. So keep a lookout, and if you're really quiet on the trails, you can see more wildlife because they do tend to be a little bit more skittish if you're in a louder group hiking along the trails. Hopefully we get to see one today. So this is one of our very unique trees that we have here in Canyon Park. It's a long lanceolated shaped leaf that comes from a tree called the Laurel Bay Tree. And these bay trees only grow in riparian areas where there's really close to water. And they have a nice aromatic to it, which supposedly keeps away the bugs if you were to rub a leaf on your shirt, such as this. Helps keep some of these black flies away that are very irritating that fly around us. That's why we're swatting our hands a little bit. But these are very unique to California and really unique to Canyon Park as well. You don't see these too much in some of the open space areas that we have here in San Gabriel Valley. We have a really good population of them, and we've had even biologists come out and say that they've never seen bay trees this large. So this is a very unique thing that we have here in Canyon Park. So stop by and smell the bay tree next time you come by, and you'll notice a really nice aromatic smell to them. Native Americans also use this for cooking as well. When they didn't have a lot of spices, they would also wrap these leaves inside some of their game that they would use, or some of the cooking that they would use. So it's a really unique plant. All right, let's keep going, guys. I wanted to talk a little bit about these pipes that are laid on the trail. You might see them on your way up to the waterfall trail. These are what we call Monrovias Pipes. We have a video of these pipes on our series called Tune In with the Naturalist if you want to learn more. But these pipes were essential for our founding, the founder of our city, Mr. William Monroe, who took the water from our waterfall and brought it down to our city for people to use. So again, tune in with the Naturalist. We'll tell you a little bit more about these, but you'll see these along the trails, and they are here, and they're about over 100 years old. So let's keep going on to the waterfall trail. So you might notice when you're hiking in Canyon Park that there's a lot of canopy and shade, and that has to do with these white alders. White alders grow right in the stream bed of where water is, and they grow really, really fast and tall. As the white alders grow, they produce a really nice crown canopy that helps with the shade inside Canyon Park, which keeps it a little bit cooler in the summer months when you're hiking along the trails. Also over here, if we can point, we also have a good population of oak trees, which kind of blends with our riparian area. And oak trees also as well provide a really good canopy cover as well. We have a really dense population of oak woodland and riparian, which is really unique and a really good feature when you're hiking in Canyon Park. So every so often take a stop and listen to the sounds and enjoy the magnificent beauty of these wonderful trees that are around us. So we're about halfway from the nature center to the waterfall, and if you need to take a little break, there is a little stairway that goes down to the stream where you can have a nice break and a nice rest and a little snack before you head on up to the waterfall. It's a really great place for resting. It's a really good place for shade, and if you're quiet enough, you can see a lot of wildlife come through this area because it's so close to the water. So don't miss this spot when you come by your next trip to Canyon Park. So just before we go up these small series of steps, we're going to come up to a place we call the Cathedral. The Cathedral opens up on the trail, and it's a really wide area for resting, and it also has really good canopy shade, which is why it was nicknamed the Cathedral. It's almost like a cathedral shape roof that's above you as you're walking through this area. So take your time next time you're out here and have a little snack or have a little rest. It's a really good feature here in Canyon Park's waterfall trail. Come on. So one thing I wanted to point out was there's a big rumor that we have a lot of poison oak in Canyon Park. And it's true. They're really hard to find at times, especially in the summertime. But this is actually poison oak here. As you can see, the rhyme goes, leaves of 3, let it be. We have a leaf pattern of 3 right here. And that's a good that's a good identification that that is poison oak. The thing about poison oak is after the leaves start falling during the fall coming years, a lot of the mulch underneath is also has the oils that comes from the leaves of the poison oak and can also be as irritating. So it's always safe to stay on the trail, never go off trail, because we have a lot of poison oak that's off to the side of the trails, and it could cause a lot of irritation a few days later if you don't know you're going through a poison oak mulch patch. So. another popular destination that people like to stop and look at is this huge granite wall that we have here. And this whole area, this whole canyon is comprised mostly of granite. And we have a little opening here on the side that a lot of people like to nickname the Bear Cave. It makes sense why people would want to call it the Bear Cave. It's big enough of an opening for a bear to fit inside. But as you can see, there's so many rocks eroding and falling right in the bedding area that an animal wouldn't really find that too comfortable if they were to want to sleep in there for the night. But it's still a really fun name that we like to call this area. We call it the Bear Cave. So, all right, we're almost at the waterfall, guys. Just a little bit more. Alright, so we made it to the waterfall, and this is our destination here for this trip. I want to thank you guys for joining me on this hike, and tune in for future videos for other hikes that we have here in Canyon Park. Thank you guys, and we'll hope to see you soon.